Good evening. The regularly scheduled RBDJ program for tonight has been preempted to bring you this special reflection about the installation of our backup camera. So sit back, strap in, folks, because as soon as a few more of you get here, you are going to get an earful. Now, for those of you, and good evening, Ashley and um, Fatima. For those of you that weren't available at 12 o'clock noon Eastern time today, you will see this highly edited, highly sanitized version of the installation of the backup camera for our trailer. We did this in order to try to keep from getting sued. But being that this is a live stream and nobody's going to look at it anyway, we decided that I would tell you about the things that you didn't see. Now, I will say in preparation that I did not swear. I did not throw any tools, right? I did say once about one time that we should pack this thing back in a box and send it back. But we were successful, as you will see on the video, of getting the thing to work. However, I do have some thoughts about um, about this thing. And I will say, before I get into the things that didn't quite go right, that the picture is gorgeous. Uh, and the camera worked, and the connections and everything that do honest sent us did hook up the way they were supposed to hook up, and everything was fine. But my problem wasn't so much with them; it was with Furion, and not even maybe Furion, maybe the guy on the assembly line that attached the end piece for Furion. Because when I got into that, it was interesting. So, mm, so before I get into everything, how is everybody? There is, hello, William. There is the link for the unboxing video link for the camera that was premiered today at 12 o'clock Eastern time. Um, and like I said, everything in that video just looks great. Makes you want to go out and buy two. Um, the problem was twofold. Um, and we'll get into it because I don't want anybody to say, "Oh, you're gonna rant tonight, Jim," and I missed it. So we'll just say hello, William, Brody. Hello, Linda. Hello, Carol. I already said hello to Fanuel, Roy, and Becky. Howdy. Um, thank you all for coming in. Uh, Gord is here. Hi, Gord. I can't find the air horn, Gord, but I'm thinking of you. Hi, Linda. React. Oh, React. Oh, okay. You could tell that I'm a highly skilled operator. All right, this one's for you, Gord. Thank you, because you would be, you know, and this is for everybody else. Thank you. Okay, we'll put that away now. So anyway, how many people do we have in here? 7. All right, we'll let a few more people come over from Bob and Sue. Bob Bob showing the true colors of a man that says, "I'll show you. I'll happily sell you my blown up 75-inch TV set." What a guy! And and Sue, who's loved and acknowledged by all. We We certainly appreciate everything that she does. And Bob's okay too. I don't care what Sonia says about him. Um, I also want you to know the sacrifice that we're making tonight. It is 91 degrees here, and we built a fire just for you guys because we didn't do it on Friday. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch. So if we leave quite quickly, it means that the world has ended. Um, I'm a little bit ticked off. Very good. Thank you, Gord. I saw that. Um, and 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 the, who, Roy, Becky, Don. Hi, Don. What's up, bro? We're here. Um, 114. Yeah, but it's dry heat, right? That doesn't make any difference. It's like saying, "Oh, it's 114. It's dry heat. I stuck myself in an oven." Dry heat. I'm going to be with Robert tonight. Now he was waiting in the Arctic Ocean. When he would just dump his camera in there and send a little of that coolness down here. Summer has arrived to New Jersey with a vengeance. So I want to tell you about what you didn't see on that video. And Sonia did put the link in um, so that you can go back and watch it and see how wonderfully smooth everything went. Not. Um, but it's and we did pay for this thing. It's not like they sent it to us to try. So I don't have any real I don't have any. Thank you for your segment. Um, I don't have any real bad things to say about it. Like I said, the camera and the monitor function is advertised. Um, and well, there you go. That's now where now are you guys? Are you Roy? Are you in Arizona still? Or are you back in Indiana? Because if it's 122 in Indiana, then you're melting like the rest of us. Um, so anyway, so the problems started with the directions that Do Honest send. And first off, they write the directions in like 6-point font. So, I mean, I wear glasses and I wear reading glasses. And hi, Rob. And what we didn't see was Sonia thanking Jim for his handiwork, camera skills, and general protect pro problem solving. She did some of the work actually. Well, I did get on the ladder because so you're still in quartzite at 122. Well, is it? It's dry heat. Um, so so the problem is though the wiring is all done and everything, but they don't tell you the how to mount the camera to the trailer properly. So Furrion sends this thing on the back of the trailer. That I'm sure that I'm sure that you've all have seen these trailers that come pre-wired. They have this thing on the back and it says, "Hey, this is ready for your Furrion camera for $420. You can have one." So it's a piece that comes out, and then there's a plate on it. And first off, the plate has the world's smallest screws. All right, so it's like they're tiny little 1/2 millimeter uh, uh, 4 threads black. So of course you're going to, even though I was very careful. Hi, Charity. Uh, I dropped one. You know, and we're in the campground. It's not like we're in some nice, garage or anything. We're in a campground. It has, rocks and grass and God only knows what else, small animals and insects growing around. So, was not my favorite moment, but I did manage to hold on to 3 of them. So I get up there and I get this plate off, and and then there's this cover. So first I had the cover off. Then Sonia says, "No, don't do that. The cover stays on. You just take the little
No, you have
plate
to
off."
take the cover off to get to the wire that was in the camper. I never said that.
No, the wire was right there. You didn't
Yeah,
get up on the ladder. How the hell do you know?
after you take the cover off, of course.
The little cover with the
Yeah,
little screws. Yes, I knew I had to
yes.
do that. But I first had taken the big cover off.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
That you're not supposed to do.
Right. So the first, right, screw stealing shouty children. Is this a roundabout size? I am told that it's not the size of the boat, but the motion in the ocean, pal. So you could take that for wherever you want. Um, Jim is pacing. So uh,
So you know who's
yeah,
pacing your
we
orders.
know who was on the ladder. That's right. I was on the ladder
Because I don't do ladders.
because Sonia does not
That's
do
why I did
ladder.
the wiring.
That's why she did the wiring. She did, and all of that, quite frankly, went very well. There was very little edited out of that. She figured out these wires to do the testing are like 20 gauge wires. They're very, very tiny, and she got them in there. Thank you, Charity. It's honest. Um, they're very, very tiny, and we had to use a precision screwdriver set and got it in there, and we hooked it up, and we plugged it into the truck on the test, and bang a room, it worked like right off the bat. I couldn't believe it. I was expecting sparks. I was expecting nothing. Perfect. She did it perfect. Okay. So now you have to come out of the truck. You have to take that all apart because your testing is done. And now you have to hook up the camera. So back to where I was, there's this big plastic thing in the back from Fernon, and it's designed for one of their cameras. But this camera says it's fully compatible.
Charity likes your Jersey accent.
I saw that. I said thank you. Are you going to pay attention?
I don't have to pay attention. You just have to look at it.
You have to see. That's why I don't look at that. Okay, I digress. Hi, girl driver. So I now at first I take the little plate off, and I come to the conclusion that you can't put it together by just taking a little plate off. So now I take the cover, the whole cover off, and and this thing is supposed to have four screws holding it in. Well, there were three screws holding it in. The fourth one, the guy this guy must have had a a screw gun that was like set on max. So three of the screws were right. The fourth one had gone through the plastic hole and was buried into the trailer. So I says, well, I guess we're only going to hold this on with three screws. So I take the screws out. Now those screws I managed not to lose. I think I dropped one and Sonia found it right away. So I'm so now we have to take the thing back to the table, and this is stuff that you didn't see. And I had to figure out, okay, so this goes on like this, and this goes on like this, and they send a grommet with this thing. Well, um, uh, uh, do honest sends a grommet to fit in the hole in their bracket, not in the hole for the bracket, the conversion bracket that they send for the the Fernon. Right. It's too small. So the first thing I had to do was I had to figure out, okay, how am I going to make this work? And then I ended up sitting here and cutting this grommet, and I finally get it in, and then it pops out, and then I get it up there, and I come to realize that I have to use the bracket with that came from do do honest. So now I have to take everything apart again and back to the table, and I put all this thing together, and I finally said, you know what? I don't think we really need this grommet because it doesn't keep water from getting into the trailer. Okay, and uh,
The hole that they put the wire
the
through
hole that they put the
just
wire
it's
through.
just
Yeah,
enough for it to
Right. So I said, "Oh, righty then." So now I get back up on here and I'm fiddly and fumbling around and I try to use the screws that I took out to mount this thing and I find out that the screws aren't long enough. So disconnect everything again, back to the table. So we go in. Now do honest sends a bag of screws and connection devices and everything like that. I mean, it's they don't tell you what to do with them all, but they send all of this stuff. So I finally figured out between what we had in um, between what we had in uh, what we had in our big bag of leftover screws and nuts and bolts and what they sent us. I finally jury rigged something together, or to use Sonia's word, MacGyvered something together, so that I could mount the camera to the bracket and then put the bracket back on to the trailer. And of course, I had it on there. She looked at it. She says, that that outside gasket's not right. So then I had to get it apart again and I had to fix it. So the ultimate thing, as you will see when you watch the video, if you haven't seen it yet, is that the thing works for now. We'll see if I did everything right and after we get about 100 miles down the road in September and see if it gives out. So while the camera and the monitor are absolutely beautiful, their directions stink, and they give a link to um, YouTube video. Well,
which sounds lusty.
the YouTube video was made by people who are speaking English as a third language, uh, and they really don't show you actually hooking up to the trailer. The one video that I did see that was pretty informative, but it wasn't a pre-wired video, was one from our friends
Cruising with the
cruising with the Colemans, who have gone to M20. We've met them at the M gatherings the last 2 years, and I think you're supposed to be there this year. And then you know, uh, he really didn't show. He showed kind of like the testing and setup, and then but he had to actually remove a marker light
yeah, because he wasn't pre-wired.
because he wasn't pre-wired. And to be honest with you, I think removing the marker light and doing it that way might have been easier because you just would have followed their directions instead of trying to figure out what this other thing
Meow.
is. It's
Kitty
Campground
meow.
Bruce. So that's so that was the parts of that video that you didn't see. Uh does the camera have sound? Can you hear Jenny ranting from behind? No, the camera does not have sound. It does have tremendous clarity. It's probably better than the camera that we're showing the firearm. Put the directions in the fire. No, I can't because one of the nice things about this is that if you buy one of these things, which by the way was what, $80? Yeah, it was like $89 on Amazon. Okay.
Got better reviews than the
It
Fairy
got
on.
better reviews than the Varion. Um, and like I said, the quality of the actual equipment was really good. Um, but I can't put the directions in the fire because they give you opportunities to get free things if you buy this, like a mount or um, a couple of other different things. But one of the things you could do was send one of these free to a friend. So we have done that, and so uh, if you buy one of these and you have a friend that's got a travel trailer or uh, a uh, a motorhome or something like that, you can actually they will actually send one of these for free to your friend. So I thought that was pretty cool. Um, and our only problem that we're facing is now between the tire monitor, the camera that we're going to do to use the drive stream, the the um, the GPS, which is a Garmin, one of those Garmin RV GPSs, and this thing. I don't think we'll have any windshield left to look at.
You look like a storm chasing thing.
So we're going to have to figure out. We haven't figured out exactly where it's going to go. That as we get a little closer, we'll get all the bits and pieces out and mount them up on the dashboard and see how that works out. But so, like I said, so that was, the parts. See, they had the deal. The charity had the dealership install the backup camera when they bought the trailer. It's a big help, and we have it on while driving on the road. Yes, we can do that also, and that's very good. And no, I don't think my friend will be ranting at us because he'll have the video to watch, the show, how to put it together, and I already told him about all the other things, and I don't know if he's pre-wired or not, so doesn't make any difference. It's free. Cut a hole in there and drive out like Mad Max movie. You can actually one of the things that they'll give you is another camera for your system, believe it or not. And I was kind of thinking about it, you know, mounting a camera like on the front of the trailer, And then I said, well, why? I'm not traveling wherever. Why do I want to do that? You know? Well, Gord did it. Um, so and drive via the monitor. I could do that. It
Drive
would
straight
be
from the top of the
no. He says attach a camera to the front of the trailer and then drive during the monitor instead of the windshield. Kind of like yeah, kind of like a video game.
right.
Yeah. So
You still need the phone to do the drive stream.
yeah. So anyway, so we get all done with this on what day did we do that?
Saturday.
Saturday, right? So yesterday is uh the big Chicago NASCAR street race. And I'm really looking forward to this. With the air conditioner on the trailer, it's nice. They had postponed the beginning of this thing because of the track was wet and they had to get it some dried off and they had to put rain tires on the cars, whatever. So I don't think we made it the first lap, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
the screen comes on,
Breaking news.
breaking news. I said, "What the hell happened?" You know, and in Pennsylvania, in I guess it's kind of like eastern Pennsylvania, not it's eastern central Pennsylvania. They had tornado warnings, so they totally preempted the race. So I found on YouTube live streaming of one car
From NASCAR.
from NASCAR, and it happened to be the guy that won the race. This guy from New Zealand, and
Chicago traffic jam.
yeah. Well, it was there was that one crash that I saw later on. I watched I follow a guy called Eric Step. It's cool. After the
Into out of the groove.
Out of the Groove, and he was there, and he talked about that particular accident in turn 11 because it was like right in front of him.
Yeah, SVG. That's
Yeah. So yes, SVG. That's the guy that won. So here's a guy. I mean, I can't believe that all these regulars are kind of like they're all going to get down to Trackhouse Racing, and they're gonna take that guy that owns it out in the back, and they're all gonna get like 3 whacks with a tire iron on him because he brings this guy in from Australia. Oh, thanks, William. I appreciate that. Thank you for that super chat. YouTube saved the day. One car race busted a seam. Yeah. So anyway, but it was really funny because they, I was listening to the race on my NASCAR app. Oh, it's the
Have a drink on me, Jim.
oh,
kitty.
thank you,
DJ kitty.
the DJ kitty. Um, so I so I'm watching the race from one car, right? And I'm watching this guy. He's passing people like crazy, right? And they're not talking about him. They're talking about, oh, this guy and that guy and Denny Hamlin hit the wall and, you know, Martin Truex hit the tire barrier. And then all of a sudden they're talking about, oh, and here's SVG. He's coming. He's third. He's second. He's leading. He wins. And it's like the first guy to win a NASCAR top tier race, okay, in like 40 years in his first race. And I wish that I would have been able to see his interview because if it's a typical Aussie, he probably says, "Hey, mate, That was nothing. You should come down and race supercars. So, so that was another like, marvelous thing to the day. Yeah, to the day. So anyway, so here it's, we've summer has come into New Jersey with a vengeance. At least we didn't have Williams weather. It didn't rain down. We're supposed to get something sometime between now and 10 o'clock. Um, and we didn't have the Canadian smoke here today because it blew all out. Thanks, Gord. And blame Canada. So, by the way, is it Canada Day today?
I guess.
Is it the day before Independence Day? This is Canada Day. They have to get their partying in a day early. Anyway, congratulations to all of our Canadian friends for surviving another year as a country. You can say that to us tomorrow. Although I'm not so sure about us. Some weird things happening here. Um, so anyway, so what else have we got? So that's kind of like my all right. You turned off the barbecue. Excellent. Thank you very much, pal. You're all right. I don't care what Sonia says about you. You're all right. So
July 1st.
yeah. So and I guess the smoke is still up in Michigan because Fatima says she's still struggling. Who's the guy that flipped the car 4 times? I don't think anybody flipped the car. I think the only car that really got messed up was the 48 car. And he hit the tire barrier and then the car caught on fire. But I don't think anybody actually flipped the car in the uh, in the Cup Series. I didn't see the Xfinity Series, um, which is kind of like AAA ball. Um, oh, that was an Indy car. Okay, that was at the Indy race. Yeah, I'll tell you what, the NASCAR cars are just like the V8 supercars for Australia. No, they're not, Roy. They're not. You know what the big difference is? There's a lot of differences, and they pointed them out before the race while they were stalling. But the most important thing is that the steering wheel's on the wrong side. Hey, we're going to have you drive a car 140 miles an hour, and the steering wheel is going to be on the other side just to make it more harder on you. So, reminds me of my buddy. This is a great story. I don't know if I tell the story. I have a friend of mine. He's passed on now, so but he was with a federal agency which will remain nameless, and they detailed him and 2 other guys to go over to Port Newark and pick up 2 new Toyota undercover cars. So they go to Port Newark and they have all the paperwork and everything, and the guy opens the driver's side door and suddenly realizes that the steering wheel's in the wrong place, and just flip the camera to mirror, then the wheel will be on the right side. Yeah, there you go. I didn't think of that. So, so anyway, so that particular night, one of their guys was retiring, and this guy, although he had stopped having adult beverages later in life, was in this point of life when he was.
How dare Gord schedule a live stream in a half an hour?
He did what? Where does it say that? Gord, why did you schedule a live stream in half an hour? Or did you mess up again? You know what we could do? We could do a simulcast if you wanted to. I mean, we could just like go to Gord's live stream and he can invite us on the panel and we could you know, he's never done that. What
He messed up again, he said.
you messed up again, didn't you? Didn't you? Oh, I tell you, boy, you are a pro. I don't know. Simon Pegard. Okay. Yes, I've heard of him. I don't really follow IndyCar anymore, but I've heard of him. So yeah, those things they flip and then they just kind come apart in a million pieces. At least the NASCAR cars kind of stay together. So where was I? All right, so this guy goes to this retirement party and he takes one of these cars. that they had picked up in the morning because there wasn't any cars left. And of course, if you're a federal employee, you're certainly not going to drive your own car and go out and get loaded. So he comes out, puts the key in the car, gets in the car, gets out of the car, goes to a local phone booth or whatever, and he calls the local precinct and he tells them to send somebody down here. I'm a federal agent, and there's something wrong with my car. So they send the beat cop, and he walks up to him and he says, "I report that they stole the steering wheels and pedals for my car." And 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 he goes, "What? Yeah, they stole the steering wheel and the pedals in my car." So they go over to the car and they open the driver's side, and sure enough, there's no steering wheel or pedals there. It's on the other side. So this kid that 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 they send there from NYPD is obviously new. So he does what any new guy does. You know, he calls for the sergeant. and and the, and the sergeant comes and they look at him and he says, "Well, did you get the paperwork for the car?" Well, that's a problem. It's paperwork that I've never seen before. It's some sort of federal car, and this guy says, "All right." So now he walks over, and luckily the sergeant knows this guy. He says, "What are you trying to do? Mess with my guy on his first night?" So he takes this. They put him in one police car. The kid gets into this car with the steering wheel on the wrong side, and they drive him home and like dump him on the front porch of his house, ring the bell, and leave. You know. So his wife comes out and put him to bed. And the next morning he gets out and he couldn't figure out like how he got home, and he goes outside and again tries to get in the regular passenger side of the car and goes, "Oh." So he says his only regret was is that he didn't identify himself as an FBI agent. Um, so very good guy. He has written he wrote an excellent book that's on Amazon. Um, Passport to Terror, it's called. It's based on real things, but it's a novel. What is going on, Jim? What do you mean, what's going on? What's going on? What? 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 Oh, hi, Tim. Oh, you missed the rant. You'll have to go back and look at it later. So, so, well, I know you're a retired military cop, William, but you know that's different than being an FBI agent. Well, that's all I can tell you. You know, it's like you know, you're not a lawyer or an accountant with a gun, and I'll just leave that right there. Hi, Tim. Hi, Duke. So anyway, so what else has everybody got planned for tomorrow other than setting off large amounts of small explosives, which I don't do because that was like the biggest pain in the neck on 4th of July. And the worst part is that the town used to uh I don't know if they do it anymore, but the town had a township fireworks display. And the biggest problem were people in the streets surrounding that had their own little private displays that were shooting things off and landing in where the real fireworks were. That was always an interesting. Excuse me, but you're going to blow the guys up that are trying to blow things up. Would you please stop doing that? Bangina is live. Well, that's what it says. It must be life. It must be Gina's birthday. So happy birthday to Gina. Um, so that was an interesting thing, and they had fireworks here wh- Saturday night. I'm a day screwed up. Saturday night, and it was funny because Sonya was playing here, and this time of year they have an area in the front of the property where there used to be a house. They knocked it down. They turned it into a community fire pit. So we've been playing up there, and all of a sudden we see this parade of golf carts. I wish I wish I had grabbed my phone, but there must have been 30 golf carts that were going out here, and nobody. I didn't know where they were going. Turned out later they were going over to a place where they could see the fireworks. I have to close this because it's blocking this this thing from Gina. Okay. Um, it's the young RVers. So, um, yeah. So I'll repeat. Instead of spending money on locally purchased fireworks, take pity on the dog and cat population and buy a bag of kibble with what you would have spent on the fireworks and and drop it off to the local shelter, and tell them I did this instead of blowing up the neighborhood. Watch TV and cook dinner and listen to the neighbors blow up the street. We're actually going to leave here our regular time tomorrow morning and try to beat the traffic home, um, and then I have something to do Wednesday and Thursday this week. So anyway, but that's the saga of the camera, the behind the scenes, if you will. Um, so, like I said, if you buy one of these things, I will tell you that the quality of the equipment is out of this world, but their directions absolutely stink, and their um um
Videos are worse.
the videos are worse. I watched the video on the model that we had, and it was it's funny to watch because they obviously did this in some foreign language and then they dubbed it with somebody that was trying to do translation, and it's pretty funny, but it doesn't give you a lot of information.
Sue missed the rant.
I'm sorry, Sue.
That means you have to start over again.
I don't think I could do it again.
Hey, Bruce.
Oh, do I have to pay rent extra? You missed it, pal. You have to be on time. But it has to do with the parts of the camera installation that you didn't see. Hey, Cook, what's up?
He's like, no,
Well,
he was looking.
he was lurking.
And I like right hand cars.
That's a funny story, man. You know, he has a that book, Passport to Terror, is like I said, it's a bunch of true stories that he made into a novel, and and I wish I could remember the guy's name, but he was a wonderful guy. The agency that he worked for closely depended on local law enforcement, and he was very proud of that. But uh, it's it's pretty. There's some pretty funny things in there. Um, so anyway, let's see what else. So what's up? Let's see. Bruce paint today. Yes, Bruce painted today. Cookie just got home from Walmart. Oh my God, you're a brave man. The night before 4th of July, going to Walmart. Um, he's a brave man, a brave man. The only thing that I want to do tomorrow is stay in the air conditioning in my apartment, which is actually, if I really want to see fireworks, I think Clark is shooting them off tomorrow, and I can see it from the parking lot of the apartment. So, um, what else is going on? It's hot and sticky here. Um, we are under a severe thunderstorm watch until 10 p.m. So if we leave rapidly, it means because we have heard the thunder and it is ours. Charity needs to go to Walmart. But, well, I wouldn't put it up. Just turn on the TV and watch them. Yeah, I mean you can watch the Macy's display from you know, but
Which river did he go?
they go over to East River. Yeah, I think it's one of the two. So I don't know. With everything that's going on in the country, it's like I hope we have another birthday. You're going to Liberty State Park, William? Good luck. There's no way that I would go to Liberty State Park on 4th of July. I mean, you're right there on top of everything, but everybody's on top of you. So, uh, yeah, so the country will be 200 and something years old tomorrow. So, Gord, how old is Canada? What, we will always have a birthday. Yes, I guess it will. Until, yeah, well, I guess you do have a birthday. Um, yeah, how old is Canada when you guys start counting? Canudia. And actually, we count. I guess we count from the wrong day. We should count the day that the Constitution was ratified, not the day that the Declaration of Independence was actually.
That's the date that they go by. July 4th, 1776.
Yes, I know, but it's wrong because the United States really didn't come to fruition as we know it today until 1787. But I digress. It's just, you know, July 1st, 1867. Oh, okay. So Canada Day was actually 2 days ago.
Yes, I said that earlier.
Oh, Vermont says 1534. 1534. 1534 what? What is that? When people first stepped on the American continent? 1534? Well, you're not older than I am, so it's. Anyway, it was a British colony. Actually, it didn't really start to be a British colony until 1760 because New York was actually belonged to the Dutch. And then um
Now we're going to test history IQs now.
and then uh Jamestown, Virginia, that was a British outpost. That's 1660. I mean, New Jersey was a
It was a British colony.
calendar was yes, it was a British colony. Was it a colony predicted? Yes. Canada was Jim, LOL. I don't know. I don't know. I I don't want to make my brain work too hard. So, is the fire to your liking? We built the fire? We have boxes to burn. We have a lot of boxes to burn tonight. So you guys should go get your popcorn and you know, and Sonia will be putting the first box on shortly. Maybe the first box will be this one.
You wanted to hold that.
I did. The prop is over. The prop is over.
The prop is out.
The prop is over. I apologize for the wonderful shot of Sanders. I have history books. I know people are shocked. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I know that New Jersey was a British colony in 1667. I don't know. Or Maryland. I forget who it was, but I know everybody went to Maryland was Catholic. Did you ever grill in the fire? We don't grill in the fire here for a couple of reasons. The first reason we don't grill in the fire is because the wood that we get is it's a mix of stuff, and some of the stuff that comes in doesn't burn quite right, and so I don't. You know, your family came here in 1625, and we've been trying to get rid of you ever since, too. And there is the first ceremonial box on the fire. Burn the box and keep the direct. I did keep the directions actually. I emptied the box. of all the because there was other pieces and parts in there. So I put all of that in a plastic bag and put it in the trailer. But we need to buy. We're trying to get rid of. I mean, we have like all of these boxes that when we bought the CB set for the truck, there was like all of that stuff, and it was sitting in the trailer for like a year. And I said, do we really need these? It's taking up space on the couch. So we decided that we're going to. All right, Tim wants you to shake your butt, Sonia.
Shake my
That's what he says.
no.
She says, no, no.
Bad enough I'm wearing flip flops when I shouldn't be.
Why? Oh, so I guess I selected some good wood tonight because it is burning quite well. Next box, please. So,
Not burning the plastic
what plastic?
that came off the front of the antenna box.
Oh, no, you don't burn. You shouldn't burn it. So, anyway, so happy birthday to Canada. And happy birthday to America. And wherever else we're from. Uh, and, um, and be, what's that song, Sonia? Burn, baby, burn.
Yeah, Disco Inferno.
Disco Inferno, yeah. And to Rob, sorry. Um, shouldn't we be burning tea boxes this weekend? Well, neither one of us really drink hot tea, so
We do have a juice carton.
we have a juice carton that'll go on there. A Minute Maid fruit punch. You have to take the top off of that though.
Oh yeah,
Otherwise, it might go boom.
true.
We don't want it to
Might
go.
be interesting.
No, I don't want it to go boom. I'm not far enough away. Boston Tea Party. Yes, I know, but we don't. We don't have. Um, we celebrate it since it's the official date we declared independence from the Redcoats. All other dates are recognized elsewhere. Yeah, but not like this one, Fatima. Right? And Canada, please put your fires out. Thank you.
Stop barbecuing.
It's not- Well, Gore did put his barbecue. He turned his gas grill off. So
At least down here.
yeah. So it hasn't been too. It was kind of smoky down here yesterday, but today it's been actually pretty clear. We had a little bit of rain overnight, so I think that clean. Okay, we're not burning plastic. She took the plastic out. I missed one little piece of plastic. I took all the plastic out. I would not. No booms. No, no booms. Booms would be bad. You might hear it go hiss, though. I don't know. Please.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Sure. It's not cold.
It's colder than it is in here. The air. I will say one thing about this trailer: the air conditioning works great. It's like holy mackerel. Gort is just strictly air fryer and Instapot. England is responsible for 58 Independence Days. Well, notice you will take it'll take due notice of this relative silence from Rob on the Road. Um, and maybe just came across my Facebook. So let's see. So what else can I complain about? Oh, here's a little thing that was in the news that I can't figure out how they figured out. That I read a thing the other day on my Google feed that apparently the interior of the Earth has stopped spinning.
I didn't burn plastic.
I don't know. I don't know how You threw that thing on there already?
No, little boxes.
Oh, okay. Um, AC is important. Yes, it is, especially when it's like typical New Jersey's. When it's 91 degrees here, and the relative humidity is 140%.
140.
This is one of those days that I put in paper bags and I send up to Bruce in Vermont, so he doesn't have to use so much heat. We just open the paper bag and Rob, our resident redcoat. Yes, you notice he's been extremely silent since we've been talking about independence from the UK. Okay, who paid some idiot to pretend to research that? That's my point. Now, I not only saw this in my Google feed, but I was at a dinner on Friday, and one of the guys there knew about it, and he says, "Oh, the seismologists know."
Yeah.
And not only that, but the Earth has tilted off its axis, its present axis, by 3 degrees. I said, we don't have enough things to worry about, nuclear war, corrupt politicians, um, heat waves, tornadoes. And now we have to worry about the admiral of the in- now we have to worry about the interior of the Earth not spinning. How the hell does that happen?
So in a million years we'll have to worry. Yeah, we won't be around to worry about it. So.
I don't know. It's like one more thing that, I'm starting to feel about scientists that I feel about engineers. They should make one more and blow the machine up. They're right there behind lawyers, you know. Is it, oh, here's something else to worry about. The earth is going to stop turning and the axis is going to reverse and all of our toilets when we flush them are going to spin the other way. If you wanted to hear a funny conversation, we had uh,
Oh, Natalie.
we had Natalie and Neil from Australia here, and sitting we were sitting um we were sitting here, and Sonia says, so I have to ask this: when you flush the toilet in Australia, does the water really go the other way? And
They
it
actually had an
and they
argument.
had an argument about it that the water in Australia doesn't spin; it just gets sucked down.
One said yes, the other said no. They were bickering about it for
Yes.
a minute.
So, and yes, Bruce, I know that you're an engineer, but you know, I don't think you've done anything stupid like saying, "Oh, the uh, the Earth's going to stop spinning," or you didn't create automobiles that have batteries and things where you have to where you have to replace a headlight, you have to take the front half of the car apart.
Here we go about the headlight.
Did you thumb yourself up?
I did thumb myself up.
All right, we're pre-thumbed here. A reverse swirly, yeah. But they actually sitting at this picnic table. They had this argument about whether or not. Did you make a mess? She made a mess.
What do you get for touching things?
So Yellowstone is doing something too. Is it more active or something, or is
Hey,
it what?
on YouTube.
Oh,
I'm yelling at the wood.
oh, Jesus. Um,
I
uh,
yelled at the wood.
so I don't know what's. Hey, Bruce, something just came up on the Google Chrome about Vermont. It says that according to WCAX TV, traffic comes to a stop at Stowe's first ever traffic light. That sounds like content to me.
And the first truck got stuck in the notch.
Oh, who won the pool? So, Roy, you say that Yellowstone is heating up again. Does that mean that the geysers shoot higher or something? Or the only thing I've seen about Yellowstone is about 8 people that have been gored by furry cows. Oh, they look so tame. Let's go take a picture.
$3,500 fine.
Mhm. A major solar flare will knock out all electricity. Tim says you don't need a solar flare to knock out electricity in California. The politicians do it. Yes, they put one in. A stop sign was too much work for people. Well, it made the TV news. Indicating once again that outside of large metropolitan areas, it isn't hard to make the news. So you really have to behave yourself. You know, people stop at at a traffic light in Stowe. Film at 11. So now, was it a four-way stop they took out? Because we have people in New Jersey that still can't figure those out.
Oh, she made the news.
She made the news last week? Really? What did she make the news for good something? Or did she make the news for, you know? Oh, yes. Okay.
Some people don't know how to navigate a four-way stop sign. Who goes first? Who goes first?
Well, New Jersey, we never had them. They were illegal. She was She was at Comic Con. Oh, how come you didn't go? You're a comic, and you're con a lot of things.
Oh, he's on a roll today.
Hey, maybe put this headset on. People don't stop at the stop sign next to my house.
This
Even the
is
cops. Would have been content. This is Vermont Paint live from Comic Con. So did she bring home anything interesting? Ah, too hard. Comic Con.
Yeah, it's like a comic.
They had 5 YouTube lives. Oh. So how did she get interviewed? Did she go like dressed up as somebody? Oh, she brought home chips. Oh, okay.
Chips. Chips are important.
Bet you she didn't give you any. I call Stephen King and ask if it's okay to go to Vermont or Maine. Oh, Nick was with her. Oh, okay. Well, I hope she had a good time. I don't even know what you do at Comic Con. Must be funny. Oh, she bought comic books back from China and Japan.
No, chips from China.
Oh, chips from China and Japan. Oh, did she buy them from like a Kobe beef potato chips? Now, wait a minute. Were they Kobe beef chips
Wait a minute.
or they? This
Stop the
needs
presses.
this needs further rare. This further needs further explanation. So are they like beef flavored potato chips so you can get your beef and potatoes in one bite? Kobe beef barbecue chips. So they taste like cow that's been sliced into very thin chips and thrown in the fryer. What were they, about $50 about $50 a bag? I know Kobe beef is like my friend in Texas is growing cattle that are Kobe beef. Very costly cow. Yes. Have to put in our obligatory moo because we're talking about cows. Speaking of obligatory moves, where the hell is Bree tonight? We haven't seen. We saw a chicken update on her last post on Wednesday. Hopefully, it wasn't Bryant Kobe beef chips. Yeah. Well, thank you, Roy and Becky. Roy and Becky just became a sponsor.
They renewed their membership.
Oh, okay. Jeff Fafa, you are late. Do you have a note? Please present your tardy note to Fatima. Bree and Mona don't play with us anymore. Why? Did I say something? Jeff Fafa is here.
Ow!
What did you do?
Hit my leg on the under part of the picnic table.
That's why I usually sit in a chair so I don't do that.
Oh, look at that. Kobe beef.
How the hell do you know how do you know what that says? Have you been taking Japanese? Okay. Well, Jeff says hello to everybody because his iPad doesn't tag.
He said translator.
Unbelievable.
Jeff.
So, so Jeff, what do you we've had this discussion about what are you doing for the 4th of July other than
Jim's birthday's in 13 days.
well, okay, I wasn't going to take an ad out in the Times for that, but it just means I survived another year. So, so Bruce must be on his phone, otherwise he would have invaded you.
Probably.
Oh, I'm kind of hoping we get one of these thunderstorms because it's going to be like it's the wind. We had a really nice breeze before, and now that's gone away, and now it's just ick. You know
Because you like to.
why would I invade? Because you can.
There you go.
I wouldn't even know what the hell would happen if he
He would
invaded.
just let himself in. We wouldn't have to touch him.
He would just appear on the screen. That's scary. So
He could shut this live stream down if he wanted to.
he could, but I don't think he would.
Oh, yay. They're boom booming Bruce's neighborhood.
Why do people find it necessary to do that? Like 3 days, starting 3 days before the 4th of July. It's like they wanted me to bowl tonight. I said no. Why not?
The lightning bugs are out.
You can guarantee strikes. Just put a cherry bomb in your ball.
Just throw the cherry,
William Brody bowled a 300 tonight. Destroyed the bowling alley.
just throw the cherry bomb down the lane.
I think it's time for another box. What do you think? Jeff Fafa came in. He deserves a box. We have plenty of boxes tonight. Well, we were. All right, Bruce. Well,
Night, Bruce.
good night.
See you later.
Did you miss a good rant? It would probably wasn't one of my better ones, but it had substance. And I did take the time to actually compliment the company that we bought this camera from. Um, but it was like all the things that you didn't see in the premiere that she did today, that is available on her YouTube channel. It's about 5 minutes for about a 2.5 hour job. Um, oh, my moo didn't go up. Moo.
Oh, it's
I for, I did that already, I think.
yeah, but it didn't show up. Okay, I need for
All right. So there's the camera video for if you guys just want to latch onto that and watch it later. It does work, at least for now. And, our only big problem is now we're going to have so many things stuck to the windshield on the truck that, she may have to be like a train engineer and lean her head out the window to drive. But okay. Jeff's going to watch the replay. So what else is going on here? Um, you had 300 games this month. Maybe you should go pro.
why? Yeah, where's he bowling for the PBA tour
Yeah.
or the WBC or something?
Or the EIEIO tour. Something. So what else is happening here? Um, so she had two successful gigs on Saturday and Sunday. We were at the gig the other day, and one of the people that had been in that campground forever came up and talked to her for about 45 minutes. She was tired. Um, but it was a pool party and it was warm, so that built-in audience, they had to listen whether they wanted to or not. Um, and then now you're off. No, next week we're going to. Fatima is requesting a box. I'm not in charge of the fire tonight. The woman is in charge of boxing tonight.
Let's do the Minute Maid joke.
Okay, do the Minute Maid jug. Let's see what happens. You have to make sure to. Okay, you're good. Now set it that way. Yeah,
It stands.
it'll stand.
Yeah, it'll stand.
Well, I would have gotten it to stand. There we go. We'll see. She's got it with the spout down, so we might have
Firework.
our own firework go off.
Let's see if it makes it.
When is the next live gig streaming? William wants to.
From M23.
Yeah, we're going to do it from M23 in September on Saturday.
Uh-oh. It fell over.
Oh, that's all right.
It's still burning.
Box is burning. Box is burning. Yeah, she has her phone, so she's reading the comments. I have the cabinets closed. The cool air from the 8. What the hell are you talking about, Roy?
He said, "What the hell are you talking about?"
I mean, Bree's not here, but random comments are always welcome. It just Let's see.
Not here that for me, that his peanut butter is in the consistency of a milkshake. That's where it starts.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one. Oh, okay. That sounds unappetizing. Yeah, I said the air conditioning in the trailer, boy. I'm very thankful for that because it's pretty cool in there. It's 70 says it's 73. It's a little noisy, but I would rather have it be a little noisy than warm. Oh, and then we have new neighbors here. They have like this 39-foot travel trailer that they had towed over here. and it has a myriad of problems. Focus, Jim. Need to see shoes now. No, no shoes. It does look good, but I need another piece of wood on it. I'm running a window unit and the rooftop. So, and you're running that off your generator, Roy, or did you find some place with electric hookups? Because hello, Jonathan. How are you? Jonathan was in our live stream today. Yes, on solar and the generator. Wow. Well, that's good because at 100 and at 112 degrees, even if it's dry heat, I need air conditioning. So, so Jonathan, what are you doing for the 4th of July? There's another box. This is, yeah, I decided that after a year and a half, we weren't going to return the CB set. So,
Family wants to know what's wrong with the trailer.
well, let's see. It has no real electric. Someone, it was at another campground, and it belonged to a family member that passed away, and the campground decided that they were going to move it off their site, and people started to
They were
steal
like a month
things.
behind in rent or something.
And when that happened, um, Jonathan's not getting much rest. Oh, or is paranormal getting more busy on Sue? I missed you. Um, does the paranormal activity get more? Uh, my rooftop is 42 years old and was hard to use. Has R12. Oh, yeah, good old R12, man. So Gore, I have to ask you: are you still on the left coast of Canada, or did you manage to make it home? Gore flew out with his family to the left coast of Canada and rented a motorhome. Cops, concerns of police survivors? They're not in here. Oh, it was a short trip, so you're home. Well, I hope that you had a good time and didn't get too much snow. We saw pictures of Robert wading in the Arctic Ocean the other day. Home since last Wednesday. Okay. So we'll be expecting a complete report Wednesday night. Don't leave anything out. That was the live stream that you had scheduled for tonight was supposed to be Wednesday. Did Jim yell my name or soup? No, soup. Jeff's got R12 stashed. Or if you can, you're paying a lot for it. I don't even know if it's legal anymore, let alone.
Yeah, Yeah, exactly. I would not advertise that.
It's
We
like,
already know police will come after check out.
yeah. The use of unnecessary force to apprehend Jeff to get his R12 has been authorized. And the sun is going down here. So let's see. Oh, so Jonathan, are you just busy at work, or is your hobby get more active, or avocation? I guess is on the get more active around the 4th of July.
Oh, it's still legal. Well, Don would know. He's an AC.
Yeah, I know that there were for some old cars you could still get it, but boy, was it expensive. And then they started making conversion kits for them. So anyway, so let's see. Um, the government ain't getting my stash. Well, okay.
Tony, Tony, Tony.
Howdy, Tony. Welcome.
You
I
missed.
I know that you're expecting to hear Sonia right now, but
You missed the wicked stepbrother. He just left.
the wicked stepbrother. He said something about going to fire back at all the people that were launching fireworks around his house. Some things are important, Roy. Tony, what's going on in Texas, Tony?
In his chicken head. Chicken head.
So yeah, they had all kinds of tornado warnings out in Pennsylvania yesterday. Oh, so I thought you said you were busy,
2 weeks
Jonathan.
off. Wow.
Yeah, Sonia got a
They
next.
pay you. Well, I had
s-
2 days off.
Yeah,
Today and tomorrow. Tony's melting.
you're melting. Yeah, New Jersey finally caught up with summer. Boy, it really looks nasty up over your shoulder, doesn't it? The other shoulder.
It's just dark.
Oh, okay.
The sunset's over there.
Funny, I thought it said over there.
No, it's
Oh, I don't
You have
know.
a story from today?
Sure. So we have a story. So we have a story for today. So you have a story for today? Would you like to come up and tell your story? Or are you like driving?
Yeah, apparently, Roy.
She has to put the link back in again. Quartzite decided to was here somewhere with everyone else. Yeah. I tell you, we really got spoiled because we had a long spring this year and it was like actually cold. What's the matter with Sonia's shoulders?
He was talking about the. You were talking about the.
Oh. We went to the store, and when we came home, the power was out. So we had to sit in the driveway and eat Chick-fil-A for over an hour. So that they turn it back on. You can't sit in
It's an HOA. They better turn it back
they
on.
can't you can't sit in your car with the engine running anymore. That makes you some sort of polluter. Just unless you have a Tesla. Oh, great. You didn't import that fire from Canada, did you? It'll never go out.
Garage door's electric. Wait. Bring the key. Oh no.
At least you were cool while you ate your Chick-fil-A.
Tony.
It's time for another box. You're just in time for another box, Tony. Up. It's the box for the camera, guys. Say goodbye to it. You have a phone call? All right, we'll be here for a while. Take your phone call. It's probably someone wanted to sell you insurance anyway. The wind blew down trees last week and crushed a Tesla. Well, that's deserving. A tree crushing a Tesla. There's got to be some sort of poetic justice in that. A, oh, guy down fell 200 feet. Ooh. William didn't see the link.
The link for what?
I guess William wants to come up and chat. Can you put the link back in?
I didn't put it in the beginning.
I thought you did.
That was the link for the camera video.
Oh. You have to take the moo out.
No, I can't. I have to go in here.
Oh, please stand by.
Okay.
Here we are.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Oh, okay.
This
All
box
right,
is
so
full of
there's the
bugs.
link for the chat if anybody wants to come up and
Right.
yeah. Yeah. No,
This
we
box is
won't.
putting up a fight.
Yeah. Huh?
This box is putting up a fight.
Oh. So, anyway. Uh Shh. It's too hot for them to be out. And we have a new ranger here, and she is she doesn't put up with a lot of garbage. So let's see what else is going on. Nothing really. Back home tomorrow morning. And hey, Roy and Becky's Travels became a member. Yay! There are 9 months. Will it be a boy or a girl? I don't know. We'll find out. Oh,
You have to let us know. This box is putting up a fight.
yeah, it is, isn't it? William Brody must have renewed his thing too. Oh, he's here. Where is he? There he is. Sorry, pal. William
No problem.
Brody. What's going on?
She fixed this one.
Hanging out, sweating, humidity, and everything else.
Don't you have the air conditioner on?
Yeah, but I'm in my room.
So
It's
there's
still
no air
sweating.
conditioning in there?
Yeah, It is, but it's still hot.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
All right.
'cause
So
the humidity the humidity up here, other than where you guys are, is totally different because we're close to New York, and
yeah.
the humidity just drains you.
Okay. So everybody say hello to William. Now you have a face to go with the name. And so it's time for an Airstream update. What's happening with the trailer?
Yeah, something's different here because I'm not seeing me either.
No, what's going on? What's going on with the Airstream? You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah, but I can't see you guys.
Oh, it's you're on the phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Yeah, it's liable to be so small that you'd have to if you turn it sideways, maybe it'd be better. I don't know. Boom. Oh, now you're standing on your side.
You can see me?
I can see you. Of course I can see you. So can everybody else. But apparently what does double click mean?
Don't touch buttons.
It says double click on my screen. What does that mean over his thing? What does that mean? Does that mean he's not
You
emitted?
can, you'll drop out. We won't be able to.
Oh, well, then we don't want to do that. I don't know. I've got you live on the stream, and
Oh, he might have auto rotation turned off on his phone.
Well, I'm not
uh,
gonna say. I just wanted to say hi to everybody,
well,
so
hi.
everybody can put a face to William Brody, 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 Brody.
So, hey, Brody, you didn't answer my question. What's going on with the trailer?
We in July we're supposed to get an Airstream,
Right,
but my other half doesn't want the Airstream. She wants
right.
something a little bigger.
Bigger.
Yeah,
Okay,
she wants some. We were going to get a small Airstream, but
right.
she wants the How can I put it? You know the Cougar?
The Cougar. Yeah.
That's what she wants.
Oh, okay. That's cheaper than the Airstream, probably.
It's a lot cheaper, a lot
Yeah.
cheaper,
You
a lot
got to get her
cheaper.
what she wants because she's the person that's going to have to take care of everything. And I mean, we looked a long time before we bought this trailer to get what we want,
Yeah.
and we didn't know till we walked in. So I mean, if you want to hold off, I don't know unless there's the big RV show in Hershey is in September.
Yeah, the Hershey
Uh,
RV show. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, everybody's there. In fact, you'll probably run into traveling Robert there. He's supposed to go there.
Yeah, because
Uh,
personally, me, I, for one, we have to buy a truck too,
yeah.
and then we have to buy the RV.
Right.
So when you put both of that amount of money together to do it, because what we have now, we have a Volkswagen Jetta.
That's not going to tow anything.
No, no,
No.
no. That's what I was telling her. So I think I'm gonna get what she wants.
Yeah. Just watch, make sure that you buy a truck that's got enough tongue weight and enough, you know, you got to figure the dry weight plus about another 800 to 1,000 pounds because of all the stuff you put in it, right? I mean, just
Yeah.
the pots and the pans and the, clothes. And if you're going to go anywhere, if you throw any water in the tank. So,
So quick question. So when you buy the RV, okay, I don't know. I don't know if it was you or Sonia. Somebody told me to look in. They would tell you the tow weight of the vehicle. Now, when you buy the vehicle, so when you buy the vehicle, for example, 25. I'm just using this as an example. 25,000 pounds. Now, when you buy the RV, if it's like 30,000, 20, say it's less than 25,000, and
right.
if so, you have to add what you're going to put in it
Yeah.
to make the. Okay,
Yeah. To
gotcha.
make
Okay.
the actual weight. So you figure you add between 800 and 1,000 pounds, depending upon
Hmm.
if you're going to carry water or in the tank and whatever, you know? Um, Hello, Lewis. Um, so that's what you have to look at. And I mean, right now they're lousy with pickup trucks supposedly. They got all of these
Yeah,
pickup trucks, and but the pickup trucks are running about $70,000 on the sticker.
easy, easy.
So so I
Well,
mean,
we have the well, I have the money to get both.
yeah, okay. Well,
Because
then you're in good shape.
I'm not the RV. I'm going to buy that outright. I don't want no payments on that or anything like that. But as far as
Uh-huh.
the truck, I'm going to be making payments anyway. I'm maybe retired. I got my pension, and she has hers. So as far as that, we'll be okay. But
Yeah.
as far as the RV, I want to buy it right out. I don't want anybody.
Well, you go to a show and they're like, they're looking to move things and says, well, I can write you a check for it right now. You'll be amazed about how much that price will come down.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. You know what? I'm gonna call you. Call or
Yeah.
text you guys. Maybe me, you, Sonia, and Pat. We can get together and you. Because I'm like I said, we're newbies. You guys could school us a little bit more.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I lived through this when I was a kid, and then came back to it when I started to date her. So some things change and some things don't. But,
Yeah.
I
But you
mean,
guys are veterans. You guys are veterans.
I mean, we don't tow that much, I mean, we do like once a year, but
Mm-hmm.
it's all in what you want. You got to come up with a floor plan of what you want, right? That's most
Yeah.
important.
That's the towing capacity.
Towing
Yeah.
capacity and floor plan. I mean, when you walk in, one of the things that yeah, they'll ask you how much you can tow or whatever. But if you get like a Silverado or an F 350 or something like that, there you should be able to tow anything up to 10,000 pounds, and there's hardly anything out there that's that you would buy that would be over 10,000 pounds at least. You know, um, unless you're going to do a fifth wheel, and then the towing capacity for those are different. But
Nah, I don't want
the
that.
tongue weight, yeah, the payload and the tongue weight are important too.
Yeah.
Board says,
Yeah.
and that is important. All right, we'll be talking to you. Thanks for coming up. We'll
Oh yeah.
talk to you later, bro.
Absolutely. Always
All right,
will. All
talk to you
right.
later. Bye bye now. I think you have to push end stream or something.
No, not on stream.
No, no, he does. He has to push something. There he is. He figured it out. All right. So that's William Brody. Right. Yeah, he can tow 11,000 pounds, but he can only have 1,500 pounds of payload. Yeah. Anyway, that's so all right. Well, I'm glad to see that Gord is home. Uh, I'm glad to see that Tony got her air conditioning back. Um, and Jeff is here. 73, bro. And we will
We can't go now. We still have 2 boxes to burn.
oh, we still have 2 boxes to burn. I'm sorry. We can't go. Do you want to say hello to your many, many fans?
Only if they want to talk.
Of course they want to talk to you. They're bored of listening to me already. So
This year, like the rain.
no, that's I ranted. I ranted. I ran the stream. I did interesting things to talk about.
Bruce, what are you doing? Huh? Looking for presents.
Uh, so I'm gonna put Sony on for a few minutes, and then I'll burn the last 2 boxes, and we'll see. It's been nice hanging out with you guys. I don't do this very often because, quite frankly, I'm not very good at it. But uh, we're about to. So my friends, introducing the internationally famous, often imitated, never duplicated, the one, the only, the RBDJ.
Now everybody's gonna leave.
Nobody's gonna leave. There's only 11 people here anyway.
Hello. 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 How you doing? Oh, what you got all tangled up over here? Mm-mm-mm. Ugh. What's up, peeps? Who dis? Hi, Jeff. Fa 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 fa. Who this? Who that? When I say who that? When I say who that? Oh, there goes the one of the big boxes.
Fireplace log.
The fireplace log box. Yes. Don't burn your chair. No. Don't do that. We good. How you doing? How you doing, Jeff? How you doing? Cookie. How you doing? Here. Wow. Wow. That lit up the entire road. Jeez, Jim. He wants to set my cedar trees on fire over here. Oh, and we have phantom flamage. There you go. Don't set Bruce's car on fire either. That would be bad.
He doesn't care.
His
Says that's
his beater car. Yeah. Hi, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? So anyway, let's see. And we go home tomorrow, go back to reality on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then we're back here again. That'll be the shortest but busiest week that we've had so far. So we got to make up for having 2 days off. Cookie went to Walmart today. That was interesting. Uh-oh. Is there a story behind this, Cookie? This is a story behind the Walmart trip. Inquiring minds want to know. Because, we can. So the last box gave me a fight. I wasn't happy about that. Just a bunch of weirdos buying stuff. That's where you want to find them. You want to find weirdos, just go to Walmart.
Did you have to go to the weirdo department?
Walmartians. Walmartians. Well, we got golf cart, what you call it over here? Congregation. Walmartians, yes. See, I came on and 3 people left. Told you they were going to leave. Yes, we did. Thank you. You think the people buying stuff are weird. You should see some of the staff. Oh, Lord. Do you speak from experience, Gord? I'm just asking for a friend. Apparently, Fatima, it does, because I only had the skill for some of them. That one from the camera kit put up a fight. I ain't going easy. Nope. Apparently, I only have half the skill that Jim has when it comes to burning a box. I'm some of the staff. Yeah, exactly. So you're talking about yourself. They are, Fatima. They are. Well, at least he got out of bowling tonight. William didn't have to bowl. Scott from Amazon Arona. You missed the rant, Scott. Jim was ranting for an hour and a half. I hope everybody enjoyed the rant. I don't know if it was as good as the paper towel holder rant, but you know.
Well, no, but that was the day of frustration.
Jeff's brother-in-law has worked at Mall Wart and loves it. Mall Wart. Mall Wart. What's going on there, Mr. Scott? Let me guess, it was about import car repairs or how today's music sucks. Nope. It was about the installation of the backup camera kit that we put on the camper on Saturday. Fatima liked the rant. It's not often that Jim has something to rant about, but when he does, it's usually pretty good. Fishing tank. What are you doing? You missed the rant, fishing tank. Jeff doesn't care for the store. Does it show? No, not in the least. Not at all, Jeff. What would make us think that you didn't like the big blue W or the blue and yellow W or you missed the first half hour of the rant. Yeah, you did too, but thank God for replays, right? But, a 10-minute or 20-minute job that took 3 hours to do was a little bit much. That's all right, Scott. You can go back and watch it. Well, then maybe you're going to the wrong Walmart. We have a Walmart in my town that I absolutely refuse to go to because it looks like a bomb went off in it all the time. And if I need to go to Walmart, I'll go to the one 7 miles up the highway, which is a lot cleaner and a lot more inviting. I just had a bug whap me in the head. What does that? Replay's a good thing. I have my video in line for tomorrow. Sounds like it didn't go well. Well, what you see in the video shows that it went well. It was all the behind the scenes stuff that was cut out. And that I didn't film. That was the part that made him rant. Scott took the baby to Oatman, Arizona to feed and pet the burros. Oh, there you go. How did she like that experience? Just had a bug like smack me in the head. Flew right into my head. Would have loved to have video of the stuff behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, I know. Nah, because there's a little bit of quabbling in there, and this should be like this. No, it shouldn't. Yes, it should. It's stuff nobody wants to see. Better, yeah, right? Could you imagine? Yeah, it bopped me in the headphone. That would have been nasty. I would have been like, "Puh." The baby is a huge Burrow fan. Well, there you go. I don't know. Maybe it thought. I don't know why it hit me in the head. Maybe it couldn't see, couldn't get out of the way in time. Maybe my head is just big, and it was like kamikaze bug just hit me in the head. Target initiate. Target found. Target found. So we had buffalo chicken sandwiches for dinner tonight. And oh, here's the thing that I want to rant about: the frickin' blue cheese dressing. We forgot about the blue cheese dressing rant. You ready for this one? See, I knew we'd come up with another one. It was blinded by the light, wrapped up like a deuce on the runner, right? So Jim went food shopping. I guess it was last week. Yeah, not this past Friday, the Friday before. And we needed a new container of blue cheese dressing. Ah, that's cute, Becky with the baby in the burrow. And the burrow looks like it's laughing. That's a cute picture. Bye, Roy. So, yesterday we go to open this new bottle of blue cheese dressing. Now, mind you, we still had a little bit left in the container from the other one. So, we put this one in the fridge on its side, on the shelf, right? No harm, no foul, no big deal, whatever. So, yesterday he opens. Was it yesterday? I don't know. One of the days this weekend. Um, he opens up this new jar and shakes it up because he noticed that the oil in the dressing had separated from the dressing itself because it was sitting unopened on the shelf, whatever. So he figured we'll shake it up, put it back together again, everything will be good, right? No, it doesn't happen that way, right? He shook it up, he stirred it, he did a jig with it, threw it up in the air, everything that you could do to mix up this bottle of blue cheese dressing, and he poured it onto my pepper salad, and it came out like water. And I was like, this stuff is usually way thicker than this. So he's like, maybe I didn't shake it up enough, stir it enough, whatever. So the next day, same thing, right? It's pouring out like water. So, like tonight, we finally decided that we were just going to throw out this bottle of blue cheese dressing because even though the date is still good through the middle of August, apparently, once it separates, it does not like to be shaken up and restirred and whatever. So now we have to go buy a new bottle of blue cheese dressing. Cookie heard the song for the first time yesterday. Toby Keith and Jimmy Buffett, too drunk for karaoke. That must be a new one. I haven't heard that one. So I don't know what happened to this blue cheese dressing, but we were kind of upset that it did not survive the week that we had it sitting on its side instead of sitting vertical. Yeah, and it was in the refrigerator, no less, because it's Marie's dressing, so it's refrigerated in the store, so you have to put it in the fridge right off the bat. It's not like one of these refrigerate after opening things. So I was very upset. Nobody cares. Okay, good. Anyway, so yeah, that was that. Yeah, I don't know why it just didn't mix back together. It just refused. And stability of the emulsion. Oh, Scott's getting technical now. Apparently. That must be what it is. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe we got a defective bottle of blue cheese dressing. Where's the weather app? Here it is. Rain possible around 10 p.m. They keep pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back. Jeff can't get over it. No annoying children. I like that campground. Well, they're all behaving themselves this time around. I mean, the place is packed, but they're not running around and screaming and yelling and chasing each other. And it's just too hot, too humid. I guess they figured they don't want to get all. I mean, all you have to do is sit here and do nothing for it to get sweaty. It is Monday, but I'm sure a lot of people aren't leaving until tomorrow. We had a couple of people come in late Saturday night while I was working. I saw them pull in, about three or four of them. Rain, rain possibility around 10 p.m. in November. Poor Scott was 100 and what was it, 116 degrees yesterday. I looked at that. I was like, what? One 118 today. Jeez. Well, I remember that day that you said that you literally fried an egg on the front porch or the front walk of your house a year or so ago. It's deserted like a movie. Everybody goes away on 4th of July weekend. I did get my Dunkin' today, though. That was important. Huh? Lightning? We have lightning? Cookie ain't going nowhere. That's it. We usually don't have, now that we found the alternate route to get home via the turnpike, we usually don't have much of an issue getting home anymore. I remember on a holiday weekend when I was doing these gigs by myself, there was a Memorial Day weekend where it took me 4 hours to get home. And every time I would get off an exit to take a back road, so did everybody else. So that logic didn't work either. Jim doesn't get Duncan. I get Dunkin'. Occasionally he'll get unauthorized donut, but at 118 degrees, dry heat is still hot as Hades, right? Cookie may go to the saloon and may have a beer. A beer. Beer here. Beer. Well, you have one more box to get in there, babe, before we. Whenever you're ready, you're the box man now. Here's our last box of the night, and we will officially. He saves the biggest one for last. Hopefully, he doesn't decide to swish around the embers. That is true. And there was no breeze. Like we would have a breeze like every couple hours, but now it's just nothing. The road is dry as I mean, there's you drive 5 miles an hour. There's just like dust all over the place. There's the last box. Ooh, I can feel that all the way over here. Whew. Everybody give a big round of applause for the box. There's a story with the beer. Came home Thursday and there was a case of Sam Adams by the door. Uh-oh. Who sent that? Don't touch it. Let it be. Jim, they're going to fly around. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Who is the beer from, Jeff? Inquiring minds want to know. Cookie says, go ahead, Jim. Poke it with a stick. He did, Cookie. Opened the box of beer, and there was an unsigned note thanking you for the refrigerator repair. Oh. Well, that's a nice thank you gift. It sucks when you don't know who it's from, though. William said, Jim, don't be gored. We have enough smoke.
I'll fix them. I'm blowing this smoke north.
He said he's going to blow the smoke north. No, then we got to deal with it when we get home tomorrow. Yeah, because you could have thanked them, right? Now you just don't know what to do. You feel bad because you can't thank them.
Who got the case of St. Adams?
Jeff, it was left on his front porch from a customer, but they didn't sign the note.
I was gonna say maybe he didn't fix the refrigerator and send it to the house. I've been on good authority that the beer won't taste any different.
No, he said it tastes good. It's Sam Adams.
At least it's not that other stuff.
What other stuff?
Bud Light.
They did loosen the collar on the fireworks out here, Scott. But as far as what you can buy and what you can't buy, they did that how long ago?
2 years
2 years
ago.
ago.
But there's no fireworks allowed in here.
And there's no fireworks allowed here. But the town that we're in had their fireworks display Saturday night. We were able to see it from here. Gord's like, "What did I do?" He said, "Oh, Jeff," he said, "at least it wasn't Bud Light." You didn't do anything, Gord. You got a guilty conscience? What's going on over there? Look, another bug just bought me in the back. What is with this bug that keeps smacking me? That wouldn't be drinkable. The same bug that hit me in the headphones now hit me in the back. There's really no restrictions here at all. If you have sticks of dynamite, you're good. Oh my god. Yeah, they you can buy more stuff now than you used to be able to. They loosened the law a little bit, but there's still a bit of a law left. I was surprised that they even did that. Usually Jersey will add a law instead of loosening them, but I mean, when you're out in the desert, who's going to hear a stick of dynamite anyway? You know? Except the coyotes. It is a mean bug, Fatima. Will you please tell them to stop hitting me? Night, Sue. Talk to you later. But anyway, I think that's all we have here for tonight. Go inside and cool off and stop this kamikaze bug from trying to kill me. Or whatever it's trying to do. But thanks everybody for hanging out. Hopefully Bruce will paint tomorrow night. Wednesday we have Gord. Thursday I'll paint, and then Friday we're back here again. But no more boxes. Yeah, we're out of boxes. You have to pick up that plastic on the ground. And hope you enjoyed Jim's rant for tonight. If you didn't catch it, go back and watch it. Don't forget to check out the video I posted today for the camera kit. and don't do anything I wouldn't do. And if you do, blame it on everybody. Well, blame everybody today. Happy 4th.